Hello, dear friends. Patrick here, May 7th, 2025. How you doing today? Just want to continue with a brief review of a Hillbilly Elegy, a memoir of a family and culture in crisis by J.D. Vance. Probably the next president of the United States, as you know, since he is the current Republican VP, current vice president. And today I'm covering chapters 4, 5, and 6. The first three chapters I was very disappointed. I found it very depressing, uninteresting. But he finally pulls in the reader in chapters 4, 5, and 6. And I must confess, I might have been put off because of my own working class upbringing. And that might have forced me to be distant from what he was trying to say. But finally, I'm able to sympathize and recognize the stories of pain and the humiliation and the shame of growing up without solid direction. Now, he was lucky in that he had close relations to his grandparents. He calls mama and papa. His grandparents were a positive influence in his life. I myself didn't know my grandparents. I might have met them briefly on one or two occasions, and maybe have a vague memory of seeing them in Eastern Canada, Acadian background of Eastern Canada. Whereas he traces distant cousins to his grandparents, to the Hatfield and McCoys kind of thing, the McCoys on his side apparently, to that famous, hillbilly feud, as they call it. And so he's a hillbilly of hillbillies. He wants to make sure the reader is aware of that. Kentucky, Alabama, Georgia, this southern United States area, particularly Kentucky. And so he talks about, the fistfights in school and the dysfunctional relationship with his mother and his mother's many different turnstile of one stepfather after another, and the confusion and chaos that caused in his life. So he does one up me in that area, since even though I'm from a family of 9 children, the parenthood is relatively stable. But what I didn't make up for in a revolving door of step siblings and step parents, I made up for in a revolving door of relocating across Canada and the chaos and turmoil that caused. So I not that I'm trying to compete with the guy in terms of the chaotic nature of a working class upbringing, but just to explain that I can sympathize with the stories that he's telling at long last, because as I mentioned in my first video, I was uninterested, but the writer of this book, or the ghostwriter of this book, finally draws in the reader in chapters 4, 5, and 6, and you sympathize with the pain that he had to go through, the confusion, the humiliation, the uncertainty, and it reflects well on J.D. Vance because of the fact that he was able to overcome that and, of course, reach the great heights of success that he has already achieved and obviously will continue to achieve in his lifetime, Lord willing. So, yeah, I'm starting to actually like the book. As I said, I've finished chapters 4, 5, and 6, and I will keep you posted. If there's anything that specifically jumps out, I will share that with you. But for now, it is simply as the title says, a eulogy or elegy to the chaotic life that he has allowed to leave behind, and he wants to put that to death. And of course, this will roll into his political aspirations, because this will both allow him to resonate with his voter base, those that have come from difficult circumstances, and also provide a backstop for his efforts and goals to combat that by increasing the number of jobs and increasing the prosperity for his fellow citizens. And we've already seen that reflected in his efforts. And you can see a lot of detail about the major employers in those regions. And when they go belly up, you can see the catastrophic results that occurs in terms of poverty and basically starvation of the population. So it's I've turned the corner. So yes, I'm not quite halfway through, but getting there. And as I said, I'll keep you posted on that. So just an update on the review of the book, J.D. Vance, Hillbilly Elegy. If you can get through the first 3 chapters and start to absorb it, you'll start to gain an appreciation of what the writer's trying to say. But it is a very difficult slog to get started into it. I'd be surprised how many readers are actually able to get through the first 6 chapters. But there you go. So we're on chapter 7, and I shall give you an update in the next video. And hopefully we can get through the book in 2 videos, maybe 3. But we'll see how it goes, and we'll play it by ear. So thanks a lot for watching. God bless you. May 7th, 2025. Spend time with people you love. Enjoy the fantastic, beautiful weather. I'm about to go out for a bike ride right now and get some fresh air. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll talk to you again real soon. Take care of yourself. I love you very much, and God loves you too. Bye for now. Smile.